Hey guys, what's up? I'm really struggling today to the point where I was planning to pour the coffee and stuff like normal before I start the video, but I forgot. Um, we're doing the McCafe again. I was gonna do the other coffee that I got new, but I didn't feel like doing it when I'm not exactly at my full energy levels. So, in the past, I've talked about how it seems that things alternate for me, where either I have insomnia or a migraine, and I've been very thankful that it works that way. Today, unfortunately, I got the double whammy. I can't even fucking talk. The double whammy. Um, I'm probably running on 5 hours of sleep, if that. I couldn't sleep at all, and eventually I was like, whatever, I'll just get up and work then. And I'm gonna put sugar in it today. Try it with sugar. Um, yeah, eventually I got up. I was like, well, wishing I could sleep isn't accomplishing anything because clearly I can't. So I'm just gonna get up and get to work. And I didn't have the migraine initially, but it set in pretty quickly. Oh, I did the stretches. I did my push ups, and normally that helps. Took the shower, normally that helps, and it all helped, but I'm still feeling it for sure. I can't really focus or think straight. I can't even talk straight, apparently. Oh, 1 second. Let me put this away. I'm having trouble. I'm just gonna wait till I sit down. All right. Let me wash this spoon off. I was gonna say fuck it, I'll do it later, but I'm gonna forget. All right. Never say fuck it, you'll do it later, because you never do it later. You know. Um. Oh, I am in a lot of pain today. Let me taste it. Make sure that's the right mixture. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I like it better with just the cream, though, to be honest. But yeah, so what I want to talk about today is pain. Um, Primarily because I'm in quite a lot of pain today. And it's weird. You know what? I just need a little bit more of this. 1 sec. Oh, okay. So I've mentioned many times that I've dealt with migraines pretty much my entire life, but they've never really been like this before. Like the crazy thing is, I know that a doctor can't even really help me with this, and this isn't even some kind of like homeopathic or edgy um anti-authority type thing. It's just something I know in my heart, in my soul, because I think that's where the pain's really coming from, you know? And I'm just experiencing it in my body. Oh, there are two kinds of pain, right? There is pain that's telling you something's wrong, and there's pain that's telling you you're growing. And I believe I know wholeheartedly that this is the second kind. And when it's the first kind, that's when you need to go to a doctor, right? You break your ankle, go to a doctor, get Tylenol with codeine and have them set the bone and put a cast on. I know from experience. There's 2 titanium screws in my ankle from football practice. But if you wake up with sore quads the next day from football practice, there's nothing you can really do but stretch, drink a protein shake, some BCAAs, drink some water, and just be careful not to injure yourself while you're healing, right? Because yeah, in a way, you're technically healing. That pain is the way you make your muscles stronger is by breaking them down. Because you're like a biological machine, basically. You don't work exactly like a mechanical machine. A mechanical machine, it's got mechanical limits that will pretty much always be the same unless you upgrade the parts, right? Um, you build a truck capable of towing a certain size boat, that same truck will always be capable of towing that same size boat, assuming you maintain it properly. However, your body gets stronger the more you use that. And the way that works is effectively the muscles, as you use them, break down. And then your body sends signals to itself that says, oh, fuck, those muscles were inadequate. Let's go build bigger, better, stronger ones. And that's the soreness that you feel next day, is that rebuilding process. We are wonderful biological machines. And right now, I feel like I'm kind of going through that rebuilding process with my soul, you know? I think I've been finally integrating my shadow. It's one thing to confront your shadow. Uh, it's a whole other thing to finally learn how to integrate it. And it's a painful process, man, to say the least. Oh, I do think it's a good thing. It's just a really annoying thing, right? One of the things I want to be is more consistent with my stream times and my upload times, but that's just not a reality for me right now. And I know that because every time I've tried to force it on myself, I've always just stopped streaming and uploading entirely. It's important to realize that not everyone fits into the same shoebox. No one actually fits into a shoebox, but not every size shoe fits into the same shoebox. I don't know. Maybe there are people that fit into a shoebox. There's probably some YouTuber out there that did a world's largest shoebox video. And if no one has, there's the idea for your next video if you're like a Mr. Beast clone. But my point is, the important thing for me right now is, even when it feels like someone is trying to gouge my eye out with a spoon, I just need to keep pushing through this, because these are migraines like I've never experienced before, and I know they're growth pains, which means if I go to a doctor, they're just going to give me something to slow the progress effectively, right? It's like when I broke my ankle, I got to a point where I had to stop using my crutches to rebuild the muscles that had atrophied. If if I never stopped using those crutches, um, then I'd still, the muscle never would have rebuilt itself, you know? I'd have one leg that was fucking skin and bones, and the other just super thick and strong, was pushing me around on my crutches, and I'd still be using crutches to this day, right? Um, most modern medicine is just a crutch. It's not healing because healing isn't profitable. And I'm not being, maybe other people have different experiences. There are, for sure, like, there's things like cancer patients that come out clean. I'm not decrying all medicine, or even, like, what I mean by most is if you think of the vast majority of medicine, and I think any doctor that's being honest with you, it's treating the symptoms until the body will agree with me. Sorry, I'm skipping words in my sentences. I'm having that much trouble focusing. My brain moves a million times faster than my mouth. Let me try that sentence again. I think most modern doctors will agree with me. Medicine isn't at this point necessarily healing, it's more treating the symptoms until the body heals itself. Now, that being said, there are absolutely things that extraordinary surgeries, chemo, all these things. There's like a huge anti-chemo wave going around right now, which I don't understand. And I want to push back against that, especially in this video where I'm talking about how most modern medicine isn't healing. Chemo is an extraordinary undertaking, and it's dangerous, but it has saved many, many lives. So I don't understand why a bunch of people are trying to convince cancer patients that have types of cancer not that are best treated by cancer not to do chemo. It's one of the most effective cancer treatments for certain cancers. So I this is definitely not an anti-doctor or anti-medicine video. It's just I finally come around to my point. I'm sorry it took me so long, but ah, the pain is quite distracting. Um, there's not a magic pill that fixes everything, is my point. And we've come to a point where, especially with mental health or chronic pain, that people just become addicted to Zoloft or codeine or whatever it ends up being without ever really treating the underlying problems. Um, is there always an underlying problem that can be treated for chronic pain? I don't know. I think the answer is yes. We just don't have the knowledge to treat all chronic pain yet. But if you ask me, pretty much every chronic pain patient I've ever seen, the source of their pain was their lifestyle choices. So, what do you really do with that? As a doctor, I think you're doing harm to your patient by just prescribing them a painkiller instead of saying, you need to go up, you need to stand up and walk around the block once a week. But I don't know. I'm sure people will debate me. Like, how dare you tell people truths they don't want to hear? Anyways, that's what we do here, though. I just speak the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And there's two types of pain: good pain and bad pain. The bad pain is when it's telling you something's broken. The good pain is when it's telling you something's growing. And I believe these are growth pains I'm experiencing right now. If I had, like, the level of pain I'm in right now, if I had any inclination or indication at all that it was a bad pain, I would go see a doctor or like a outpatient service or something like that. But I know at best case scenario, they just prescribe me a painkiller or Imitrex or something like that. Maybe suggest massage therapy. Who knows? It's all just going to be a waste of time, though, right? The only thing I can do is on days where I'm experiencing this pain, sit with the pain, do my best to mitigate it, and keep pushing forward until I get strong enough that I'm not sore after the lifting session. It's just the best way to put it. So, yeah, I'm going to be live soon. I was going to do work around the house, but I can't really do the kind of renovations I need to right now when I'm in this much pain. So I'm going to hop on Twitch and kick for a while, stream while I eat some pizza, and hopefully it gets better enough tomorrow that I can really get my nose back to the grindstone. But yeah, ow. It's weird because I keep like cracking my neck and it makes it feel better, but also hurts. There's a difference between it's popping my neck, technically. In my head, I haven't described these terms, but there's a difference between cracking and popping. Popping is good when like the pressure releases on its own. Cracking is bad when you force the pressure to release. Both provide relief, but one is permanent, one is non-permanent, and just delays the actual relief. I'm probably going to do a few more stretches. Stretching the right side of my body really helps because my migraine is in my wrist and my shoulder right now, which might not make any sense to a lot of people, but that's where it is. Also the base of my neck, but it's all on the right side. And we can have deeper conversations about that sometimes, but I'm doing my best to keep these videos short. Maybe I just start splitting them into two sections, because I miss having the deep conversations, and that's the kind of content I really want to create. But at the same time, I want to make my content more accessible. So why not just do both, right? Go for 5-10 minutes. All right. I'm so sick of these phone storage issues. Just thinking about a lot of ways I could have avoided it in the past. But I guess I can't really go back and change the past now, can I? All I can do is work towards solutions in the future. But I don't know even where it cut off, and I don't have the patience with the amount of pain in my head and shoulder and arm and lower back right now. It's just everywhere. It's like a web of pain spread out across my entire body. On the right side only, not the left side. Not ironically, but interestingly, I guess is the correct word. Let me refuel real quick. There's two types of pain. I don't remember where it cut off. So I don't know where it cut off. So we're just gonna do this part again. There's two types of pain. There's good pain that says you're growing. Bad pain that tells you something is wrong. This is absolutely the good pain, but sometimes that's the most painful pain of all, you know? The bad pain is generally more acute and sharp and often more easily treatable, at least and as far as mitigating the symptoms of it. But the good pain, that is the pounding ache for days that never seems to go away, you know? Ooh. I want to do more longer videos again, to be honest, because I just don't feel like I can go deep enough into the things I want to explain in the short amount of time. So I'm going to start doing 2 versions of each video. I'm gonna go and do a sub 10 minute, maybe even a sub minute, 5 minute version. And then after I do that, I'm gonna continue on a little bit longer for everyone else that is operating on a higher level or maybe has a little bit more free time. But I'm gonna go make some food and probably start the live stream soon. I don't really have the ability to work on renovations with the amount of pain in my body today. So I need to do something. I need to keep moving forward regardless of what it is. It's a light workout day, you know? I was actually planning on starting the workouts back up today, doing the full lifting. I have an exercise bike that used to be my mom's that I was going to test out, but oh, that would absolutely just make the pain worse, right? The last thing you want to do when you pushed yourself a little too hard going for a PR is do that again and actually turn that good pain into bad pain. I've done that before. I think anyone that's done a fair bit of lifting knows what I'm talking about. I pinched a nerve in my shoulder once, just pushing myself too hard. So today we're gonna keep moving forward, but it's a light day. Hopefully I can just get some sleep sometime this week and the migraines start to recede. But besides that, all I really want to say is delete Windows, de-Google yourself. I love all of you. God bless America.